Hi guys, I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today is another Friday Sews where I'm going to share my sewing journey with you. I hope you're all well, I hope you all had a chance to sew, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. So I'm coming off the back of a 2-week holiday. I've had an absolutely fabulous time. I've not had as much time as I'd hoped to get some sewing done, but I have been able to get a few things sewn up. I had a sewing social meetup, which I think I mentioned to you in last week's vlog. I didn't get any footage and I literally got 2 photos, which I will share with you. But I'm sure that Adele took footage from Sofa Serenity. So if it is something that you want to see, pop over to her channel. I'm sure she'll be sharing it in either her Friday Sews or a separate vlog. So we met up with the ladies that attend my sewing social. We couldn't hold my social because the centre was shut. So we decided to have a meet up and a little bit of a shopping trip instead. And you will be pleased to know, I didn't buy a single thing apart from lunch. That was it. I didn't buy any fabric. I didn't buy any haberdashery items. I didn't buy anything. I think I'm broken. I genuinely think that I finally cured whatever it was. I took money. I had £50 given to me by my mother-in-law and I took it with me to spend and I didn't. There was nothing that grabbed my attention enough to buy it. So we met at the Slug and Lettuce and we had a cup of coffee and the lovely ladies had bought me a gift. Just to say thank you for organising the social and everything that I do for it, which I thought was really, really lovely. And to be fair, I felt very overwhelmed just at the thought of doing something like that. And then I opened it and then I was speechless. So there has been a fabric that I have been admiring. I admire every kind and version that this base of this fabric comes on, and I want it. It's one of the Minerva exclusive ranges of fabric, and it's the Animal Glow range. And this particular one I would never purchase for myself because of the expense of it. I believe it's around 40 something pound a metre, and it is the Animal Glow quilted fabric. Just look at this. How gorgeous is this? I could just wrap it up and sleep with it every single night because it's just that pretty. I almost don't want to cut into it, don't want to make anything with it. I just want to sit and stare at it, but I'm not going to. I am going to make something with it. So Wendy had decided before Christmas, I think, to suggest that they, had a little whip round and bought me something just to say thank you, which I thought was really, really thoughtful. And they did not need to do, but they did this and they got this, and I know that Adele had chosen it because Adele knows me too well not to choose it, to be fair. And I opened this up and it did come with a beautiful card where I think Adele had used ChatGPT or however you say it, and they'd wrote a poem about me, which I had full intentions of sharing with you, that and the present that Adele bought me. However, my other half has my car and I'd left it in the car. So I brought this in out of excitement and then had intentions of going back down and picking the other bits up, and my other half's using my car. So I'm really sorry, but I can't share that poem with you, but it was gorgeous and it was just really, really personal, and I really, really didn't know what to say when I got it. I don't like having all eyes on me at the best of times, but I am so grateful to every single one of you that chipped in for it, helped with it. You really didn't need to, and it made me feel very loved, and that was quite nice. But we had a fantastic day. We had a mooch around John Lewis's. Some of the ladies bought some fabrics in there. They had some sale fabrics. We went to A1 Fashions, which was like a market store for fabrics just round the corner from where Neil's is. Neil's is the sort of go-to place in Milton Keynes, and then obviously we went to Fabric World. Now, Fabric World has a lot of haberdashery goods in it. They've got a few sort of dressmaking fabrics in it as well, but not a massive range. Now, I know that somebody did mention something to me on my vlog, I think last week when I put it out there. It is a really good shop to go to. It's just, it's got a small selection of dressmaking fabrics. Then you've got upholstery fabrics, but then you've got like a good haberdashery range. So like if you need D-rings, you need things, buttons and pickers, lace, knicker lace. It's got like a massive range of that sort of stuff there as well. So it's definitely well worth the visit. But yeah, it was just a lovely, lovely day. It was a really enjoyable day with some of these beautiful ladies that I absolutely love spending time with. So yes, I had a fantastic day and I got to see Adele again, and it's been a little while, so that was really good too. So that is last weekend. I bought nothing, so I've got nothing to show you from that, which I'm just amazed at. And then this week I have been doing a spot of sewing. So I had to do a repair on this. Just share this with you first. Now, obviously during Vlogmas you saw this. This is the gorgeous leopard print cotton jersey fabric that I got from First for Fabrics when I visited Sewtoon last month. I made the Freya top out from Tilly and the Buttons. I popped in a lovely little Becky's Sewing Studio label, and I needed to do a repair on this. So when I tried it on to take a photo for you guys, I realised that I hadn't quite secured this properly. It was a bit loose, so it came undone. So I've just gone back in and I've repaired that, and it's all done now, and it's back in my wardrobe, back in action to be wearing. So that was like a small adjustment that I made. Oh. Sorry about that. Then I started carrying on with the piece that I shared with you last week, which is the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress. This has been a problem child for me this week. I love the print of this fabric, but I hate this fabric. I said last week that it didn't feel as nice as the crepe that I was using for my Wilder gown, and that's because this has definitely got a lot more polyester content in it. And I don't know if you can even hear that, but it just, even when it moves, it feels very polyestery. And it's been a real nightmare to sew in the collar, to sew this gathering. I mean, I've had my unpicker out so many times with this. It's taken so much more time than it needs to. When I did the pockets, even catching in the pockets, it was catching in weird places. And it wasn't anything to do with my machine or what I was doing sewing wise. It was just this fabric was really, really slippy and awful to work with. So much so that I got to the point where I put it to one side. So I had stitched in this bit here. I'd caught in the back. This had all caught up here again. I ended up unpicking all of that, putting that back in place, then getting it overlocked and secured. Then my overlocker, because my overlocker's not brilliant and it feeds through the where you cut, feeds into the blades. And when you're trying to overlock like a gathering stitch where you've got lots of material, and it just doesn't like it, and it kept unthreading the machine, and I had to keep rethreading the machine. So I was getting quite frustrated by this point. And then I did my third tier. And I did the third tier and I double checked that when I'd sewn it all in, it was all fine. I hadn't caught any, didn't need to unpick anything. Overlocked it, and when I was overlocking, the fabric must have shifted somewhere and I'd caught some of it underneath, and it wouldn't have been repairable. So as a result of it, I cut off the third tier and I now have a short tiered dress, and it's a lot shorter than I'd like because I shortened this piece because I am shorter, to then shorten just a little bit on the bottom tier just to keep the proportions in place. So I'll put this on so you can see. Now it looks okay. It's not horrific. It will get finished. I am going to persevere with it, but I had to put it to one side because when I tried it on, I wasn't 100% sure I was happy with it. The material, I was hoping, because it's a loose fitting dress anyway, it wouldn't be that close to my skin, so I would feel comfortable enough wearing it. But the idea of then going and putting the sleeves in, because it is literally the last step I need to do, put the sleeves in. I've even done the buttonholes on this. So I've not used the traditional collar. I've used the under collar to make a mandarin collar. I absolutely love this. I have done this previously when I've hacked it into a shirt, sorry. All my buttonholes are in, they are absolutely fine, but the idea of doing that and just gathering that last piece in really didn't appeal to me. So this went into a corner for me to return and revisit at a later date, because I was just very frustrated with it. So that is something I have been getting on with, and I felt only needed to share that with you, because you need to know that not everything goes swimmingly and things do get messed up, and there are problems that come from makes, even simple ones that you have made previously, if the fabric is a pain to work with. In fact, I have just seen another area where it's caught in. Right, stop looking at it, because I'm just going to get more frustrated with it. So I put that to one side, and I decided I needed an easy make. I needed a quick win. I had time off and I wanted my sewing to go well. So I decided that I was going to make up a pair of Tilly and the Buttons Jamie pajamas. And the reason that I'm doing this is because in February I am going away with a load of lovely people sewing in the sewing community. They're Instagrammers and they're vloggers. You will know most of them and probably watch most of their channels. And I'm sharing with the lovely Adele. And normally when I'm at home, I don't wear things to bed. I don't like to sleep in clothes. It's just I'm one of those people. I'm a very cold person though, and I do like a warm room. And because of that reason, I knew that I needed to make pajamas, but I also needed to make pajamas in warm fabric, because when you share with other people, they have different preferences on the temperature of a room. And it's only because I have Raynaud's that I get really, really cold fingers and really, really cold toes. And for some reason, it's when I'm tired that it's at its worst. So in the evenings is when I always struggle with it, and I always struggle with feeling cold. Whereas it's really strange, because not a lot of people struggle with coldness at night time. So anyway, I made some pajamas, so I'm going to be sleeping in clothes. Adele will be pleased to know. So I made it out of this gorgeous brush cotton fabric that I'd originally bought to make my daughter's some. I decided that I wasn't going to. I have done it with the pull cord through, but it has elastic in it anyway, so that's more there for visual effect than anything else. I have popped a Made in Me time in there as well. I have been using my rainbow coloured fabric overlocker thread that my partner bought me, and I just love these. They are really, really comfortable. I will pop a picture in of me wearing them. I need to just find some cotton jersey or some viscose jersey in one of these colours to make a matching top, just to go with them. So I have like a nice long sleeve top as well to sleep in. But yes, I am so pleased with how these turned out. The reason I say I'm so pleased with how these turned out is because when you actually have time to sew, it kind of goes a bit wrong for you. So I ended up, this fabric looks very much the same on both sides, and I ended up sewing up the same leg twice. So when it came to putting it together, I couldn't understand why my backs weren't together and why my fronts weren't together. It took me a little while, worked it out, unpicked all my overlocker thread, unpicked my leg, because I was like, I'm not going to give up on this, because I'd already given up on that dress for the time being. And then eventually got there. Took me an hour and a half longer than it should have done because of all the unpicking. But I got there. I enjoyed it. They look great and they're very, very comfortable. So we're happy with the final make of them. So that's the other thing I got made up. And then the final thing that I got made up this week is what I'm wearing. And this is covered in threads now. The Molly Sew Over It top. Now, I've made this before, and I decided that I wanted to be able to wear this at home with leggings. So it's more of a comfortable make. I can wear it out of the house to go to the shop. But it's not the Molly dress. It's just, I've literally extended the top down a bit further to wear with leggings at home for comfort purposes. I love the neckline on this top. It's a nice wide neck, and on me, this open neck, I just feel a lot more confident and secure in the way it looks. I feel that it for some reason makes me look a bit slimmer and suits me quite well. So I really like the neckline. And then it's long sleeved. I always roll my sleeves up, guys. I'm really sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. But it is long sleeved. I've done like a faux band on it, so you can see there, which is just where you basically overlock it fold it and then overlock it. Just prevents you getting your sewing machine out and having to use that. I've done exactly the same on the bottom, so I've done that with the band on the bottom as well, to give it like a faux appearance at the bottom, like a faux hemband, so to speak. We'll pop a picture in here of me wearing it so you guys can see it. This is made in a ponte fabric that I got from, I want to say, the marketplace when we went to Sobram. I absolutely love this. I think this is stunning. It was like 50p a metre. So this tunic top for me to lounge around the house cost me £1 to make. Sorry, I've got threads all over me and they're driving me around the bend. Because they're still coming off of this. Because I had to unpick everything. So there's loads of threads on it from where I unpicked it. So yes, I'm really, really pleased with this make. I feel that this is perfect. I have got a ribbon. It is a slightly different colour. I know you can tell it's a slightly different colour, but actually I don't mind. I think altogether it looks really nice. So I'm really happy with the overall finished piece. And it was a quick and easy make. And that was what I wanted. So plans for the coming week, I have a couple of things cut out. I have a Naya top by Tammy Handmade cut out, inspired by a vlog that I watched from the lovely Sarah, who's So Sarah Styled. I will try and link the vlog below. If not, I'll certainly link her channel. It was one where she talks about winter dresses, and she's extended the South Bank sweater dress and she's extended the Naya dress to make like a maxi dress. The Naya top from Tammy Handmade into a maxi, and I really, really loved how it looked on her. Now, I've only made one Naya in the past, and it was like in this French terry fabric, and it just didn't sit right. But I know it's a favourite in the sewing community, and I thought I'm going to give it a go, but I'm going to extend it down again to wear like with leggings or with, because the fabric I'm using is quite a dressy fabric. It's got sequins on it, but not over the top Christmassy style sequins. I'm talking going out for dinner sequins. So I'm going to try and get some faux leather leggingy type fabric that you can chuck on with a pair of heels, and then wear this top in this fabric. The fabric is this one here, and I think that that will work really, really nicely. Don't know if you can see that. It's just really subtle, sort of khaki kind of silvery fabric. Pick this up off a swaps table, but I think that will be lovely for a long sort of Naya tee. I have already cut that. So I'll get that made up. That will be a really quick make across the week. The other thing I really want to focus on this week is a heather blazer. Now, I said this last week. Today is my first day of really having a chance to film and get some sewing done. So I'm going to go and cut it out. Now, I haven't got the fabric out because it's in my outhouse and I need to go and dig it out. But I'm going to use that to then make up a heather blazer, and I think that'll be my project before I go back to work to try and get finished. And then I've got literally the Naya tee as like a jersey make in between. And I've also got a Helen's Closet Dawson top cut out in a fabric that I got from Stitched Fabrics. Now, I'll pop a picture in here. It's me in a Tabitha t-shirt dress. It's exactly the same fabric as this. I love this fabric so much that I bought some more, and I'm going to make the Dawson top in it. Now, the Tabitha t-shirt dress I do wear, but I have to wear with a cardigan because it's got that same problem that I always have with the shoulders and the shoulder adjustment that I need to make on them. And obviously this is prior to me realising all of that, but I do wear it with a cardigan, but I'm always conscious of how that shoulder goes on it. But I love the fabric. I feel great in it. It's one of those colours that I think really suits me, because you've got the black, you've got the red, you've got the pink, you've got the greens. They're all the vibrant kind of colours that really, really suit my skin tone for some reason. So that is another plan if I get round to it this week. Obviously, I'm back to work, which means that life returns to normal chaos. Dog walks really early in the mornings, and yeah, kids in school, in the office, back to studying, etc. So hopefully I manage to get all of those done and can share them with you next week. that's everything from me today from a Friday Sews point of view and just general catch up. What I'm going to do is just let you know on Sunday there'll be my inspiration vlog come out, and then following Sunday will be my Make 9 vlog. I want to show you how I've got to that inspiration, and I got some footage over the past week. I think you might enjoy of just sharing the process that I go through in helping me decide some of the clothes that I need to make. So I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Don't forget to give this vlog a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to me. I'm seeing my subscriber count slowly creep up nearer that 4,000 mark, and I'd really like to get there soon. So thank you very much. Oh, and I have opened a Kofi account. I've had quite a few people message me, both on Instagram and pop it in comments on vlogs, and just sort of saying, you know, have you got a Kofi account? And it's not anything I'd ever thought to have before, but I'll pop the details below. So if it is something you are interested in buying me a coffee, thank you very much. It's there. If not, no worries. I have literally opened it because I've been asked by so many people. So there we go. Have a fabulous week, and I'll catch you all on Sunday. Bye.